Hi, and welcome back to our show. We are with our regular weekly segment of the Humane Society of St. Lucie County, and today we have with us David Robertson, Operations Manager, and also Dr. Leonard Fox, who is a friend to the Humane Society and also is here to answer some of our viewers' questions. And I have to point out that we have with us Rico. This is Rico, am I getting that right? And this is Lola, two 9-year-old Chihuahuas. David, how did they come to the Humane Society?
Well, same as the animals we had last week, Rita, was that the previous owner of Rico and Lola were no longer to keep them. Had to move into a smaller apartment, and I couldn't take the dogs with them. So unfortunately, it's a story we're hearing more and more of recently. Very tragic story.
So one more tragedy as a result of the economic situation today. But they have been together for a very long time, and my understanding that it's your hope and desire that they go together to a forever home.
We always, when they come in together, and they've been together for such a long time, we always do what we can to make sure that they're adopted together. In fact, with this situation, the Humane Society, in terms of prices, will offer 2 for 1.
Two for the price of one?
If somebody's willing to take both dogs, then we will just charge them the one fee.
Oh, that's terrific.
Both of them, so they can stay together.
But Dr. Fox, now these dogs are 9 years old, but I understand that the younger a dog is, the longer their life expectancy.
The smaller, yeah. So a Chihuahua at 9 years old is not a very old dog compared to like a Great Dane and that kind of thing. So somebody that takes good care can certainly appreciate quite a few more years with these guys, and they seem really good and healthy and friendly, very friendly, and they're just wanting to be adopted. I can see them.
Yeah, they are very friendly, and Rico's getting a belly rub and is about to go to sleep, I think, with that belly rub. But they were playing together earlier when you first brought them on set today, and they really are sweethearts. Dr. Fox, tell us about, our viewers have been told that if they email questions into the Humane Society that you will try to answer them on our program. Can you talk about?
Yes, and I would like to thank everybody that did send questions. We did get a really good response. Unfortunately, we can't get to all of them, but a few of them really were good. I know Lori asked a good question, Lori from Port St. Lucie, about fleas and flea control, and it's a very big problem, here in South Florida. We don't have a winter die-off period, so fleas are tough down here. What we do recommend for flea control is, ask your veterinarian, but a lot of times they'll sell a medicine that goes between their shoulder, and that's really, really effective in flea control.
Now, Lola has a little bit of a skin condition that can be treated easily, is that correct?
Yes, and another viewer did ask a question about, skin allergies in dogs, and Lola happens to have a little bit of a flea allergy going on here, which will be treated, very easily by doing some flea control. Little itchy, maybe a short-term prednisone, but her skin and her coat will, get much better with the flea control.
That's great. So it's something that's easily fixable with the right care.
Easily fixable.
Oh, that's so nice to hear. Now, are there any other issues or questions that you got through email that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, well, the big one is allergies, because that we see an awful lot of down here in South Florida, and a lot of them can be attributed, like in Lola's case, to fleas and flea allergies. So I always tell people to do proper flea control, tick control, that kind of thing. That's your easiest problem. That's your easiest way to, your easiest way out, if you will, because you get rid of the parasites and the dogs do fine. For the few dogs that continue to itch and have skin issues, we always recommend at that point a diet change, because it is well documented that 10 to 25% of pets will have a food allergy. So again, if you can cure a dog's skin condition by changing its diet, well, that's another easy answer. And for the remaining few pets that are stubborn and continue to itch after you've done good parasite control and you've changed their diet, those pets possibly will need to be allergy tested. And several veterinarians, have the equipment and the expertise to allergy test and figure out exactly what the pet is allergic to. But that gets a little bit involved, and unfortunately it's a little expensive, so I always recommend flea control, parasite control, change the diet, frequent bathing.
Okay. Well,
And
some simple solutions to a problem. Dave, we're running out of time, unfortunately. David, if anyone watching is interested in Lola and Rico and finding out more about them, where will these dogs go after today's programming?
They'll be going back to the Humane Society.
In Fort Pierce, that is.
Fort Pierce,
And
yeah.
I do want to mention, we had a happy ending. We've talked week after week about how all the pets you've brought on our program have been adopted by people that have mostly seen the program. Last week we had a beautiful Maine Coon cat on named Nellie. Nellie never made it out of our studio. Nellie was adopted by one of the communications department employees. She's now got a forever home, and a very special forever home, and we've sort of, we wanted to keep her in the studio, but we weren't allowed to do that in City Hall. But she went home with one of our employees, but there are many cats left to be adopted and many other dogs just like these beautiful little creatures, and so we encourage people to go up to the Humane Society and take a look around.
In fact, we've had, in the month of February, we had 150 adoptions.
Great.
Which is very nice, because with the generosity of the Animal Hospital of Westport, St. Lucie, and Dr. Fox, they donated pet dental kits.
Oh, terrific.
For Pet Dental Month in February, so 150 of those went out with a great month of adoptions.
Good news again, and thank you, Dr. Fox, for everything you
You're
do
welcome.
for these little guys. And we're looking forward to seeing you next month, and Dr. Fox, you next month, and David, you next week. So,
Keep emailing those questions, and I'll get to as many as I can.
all right, thank you very much, and we'll be back after this message.